Hello, happy Saturday morning, everyone. This is High Priestess Jamila. So, I wanted to come and tell a little story, and I want to tell my side of the story, a quick synopsis of the beginning, the middle, and the end of my experience with dealing with a sociopath. Um, so I love the occult. And I make a move out of my hometown. Yes, I did have family problems with my family. Um, so I go somewhere so that I can, get a breather, get a break. And so I move my family to Kansas. And as soon as I get in Kansas, I start to explore more of my spirituality. Fast forward to me moving to Georgia. Now, the sociopath that I met from YouTube was already stalking me still while I was in Kansas. There were a lot of red flags, a lot, just from conversations that I had with this person. There were many, 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 many red flags. Just thinking back on the conversations, um, in fact, this person threatened to, he stated that he was going to kidnap me or do something. Okay. Now, fast forward. So when people tell you who they are, believe them, first of all. So fast forward, I decide to move to Georgia. When I moved to Georgia, I start my company, Divine Services. And of course, things take off really quickly. And I start to try to build the future for my family. In the meantime, I'm being stalked by people from my hometown. And the sociopath, whose initials are MM, he's stalking me with these women every single day, making videos, spreading lies, doing smear campaigns, basically scamming the public. Basically, that's what this person was doing. And I make do. I keep my cleanses going, keep the spiritual baths going, cleanses. I continue on my spiritual journey to unblock myself. I'm dealing with things that I needed to deal with personally. In the meantime, this sociopathic man was stalking me every single day. Every day, making videos about me, following me around YouTube, harassing me about anybody that I talk to, telling people that they shouldn't like me, taking photos from my channel, photoshopping them, body shaming me, harassing me. So after 4 years of this, 4 years of this person online harassing and stalking me, but yet begging me behind the scenes to meet up with him. I decide to meet up with him. I figure I'm strong enough to handle it because I am. So I decide to meet up with him. And of course, sociopaths are very, very cunning. They are very, not cunning. Um, they know how to pretend to be the person that you want to be with. It's basically what he did. He had knew a lot about me just from watching me on YouTube, so he knew exactly what to say. After I hook up with him, I actually liked him, but I didn't like him because the person that he really is, he was a wolf hiding in sheep's clothing. So I hook up with him, and I did fall in love with him. And shortly after the honeymoon phase was when the abuse kicked in. He would come online and get drunk and verbally try to assassinate me still after we met. And he promised me that he would stop doing that, but he couldn't. So shortly after I link up with him, I realize that he has mental problems, obviously. Obviously, for somebody to do the things that he did, for him to be stalking me in the first place, this is clearly a person that is not working with a full deck, clearly. I felt like I would make things easier for myself if I just gave in to him. But in reality, I didn't actually give my consent because I was being harassed and stalked so much. I'm a woman alone in a new city being harassed by a person that was deliberately stalking me for people that didn't want me to relocate. So in 2019, I start to make plans to move into my home, which is the home that I'm living in now. And I'm focused on leveling up. I'm focused on preparing myself to purchase a home, which I believe that people that get any kind of, rental assistance, as far as, because that was how I was able to relocate. Yep, that was my stepping stone. But I feel that before you can buy a house, you have to be able to at least pay your own rent in order to buy a house, right? So I decide, okay, I'm not prepared to purchase a home, but I will rent one. So in 2018, I start making some money. My business is extremely successful. This was before COVID kicked in. In the meantime, the sociopath was still stalking me all the way up until the end of 2018 when I decided to meet up with him. I started dealing with him. He's still coming back to YouTube. He actually has the other gang stalkers still stalking me in his chat. But for some reason, when he would come to me and he would apologize, I would believe him. I always believed that it would be different. I always believed in him when he would apologize and say that he would never abuse me again. But of course, he continued to do it over and over again. So in 2019, I move out of the house. And since I have no family down here, I moved into a hotel for 5 months until I moved into this place. The whole time that I was there. Actually, what I was doing was repairing my credit because someone had opened up a fake account and screwed up my credit. I had gotten my credit score up. And as soon as I did that, my identity was stolen. So I had to get out of that house for my family's safety and health. I moved into the hotel. Wasn't an extended stay, it was a hotel. The whole time I'm at the hotel, this sociopath is going live every single day, chanting, "She's homeless," doing everything in his power to cause harm to me and my children. So I didn't see him this whole time. And then in March of 2020 was when I moved into this house. Very, very, very happy time. Very proud of my accomplishments that I made. As soon as I move into my house, he starts going live, roasting me. So if you look back at last March, there was a lot of beef that I had with this person until I decided to try to make amends again. This sociopath. He pretends that he is on some normal stuff. But what I found out was that he was seething angry that I was able to move into a house by myself. He was jealous. So he had taken me to pay my rent once. So he knows that I'm not on any government assistance and he doesn't have a job or any money to pay my business. So he was just talking like about an hour ago, projecting again. Saying that I don't make any money in my business, even though my rent is $13.75. I have bills. I have debts. He's still claiming this. How have I been able to pay my bills? So what he does a couple of months ago is he concocts a scheme, a scam to come and scam the public where he comes to my house. He was so desperate for money that he comes to my house. I'm half asleep. I let him in, not realizing what he was planning to do. You know, I'm sorry. Just because I'm psychic don't mean that I see everything. It's some stuff you're not meant to see. Because I believe that the reason why it wasn't meant for me to see it is so that he and his behavior could be exposed to the public. So he concocts a scheme to curve me. If y'all don't know what that means, I guess that means reject somebody. Now, me and him are not in a relationship. We don't live together, so I'm a little confused about why he's doing it. He takes this video, he uploads it to YouTube, and he tries to use it to usher in donations because he needed money real bad. So basically, he trafficked me, he exploited me. I was even willing to forgive him for that. And one of the reasons why is because the sector that he's in, it's a joke. It's been a joke. It's not anything that needs to be taken seriously. But he wants to be taken seriously. I've explained to him over and over again, if you put up quality content, then you'll be taken seriously. Otherwise, doing what you're doing, you'll never be taken seriously. Instead of him taking the advice, he continues on his plight of sociopathism. Continuing on the plight of stalking me. So what he does is he shows up on the internet again for like the past 3 months, still associating with the original people that he originally started stalking me with. Now, keep in mind, I did have a sexual relationship with this sociopath. I did. It's not anything that I should be killed for, admonished for. It's a black thing. You know, black people shame each other for every little thing, and this is these types of people. So instead of him being respectful of me, he's been online for the past year, gossiping, at the same time slandering me, faking marriages, faking pregnancies. He's been with this person. This person is pregnant by me. This person I'm married to. This person wants me. This person and that person. A totally fragmented human being. So, what I say to him is I give a natural female reaction to him betraying me without any conscious. So, he's not a narcissist, he's a sociopath. Narcissistic people actually have some kind of like, this is a sociopathic narcissist. I think it's both of them, but he's turned into a sociopath. So as I communicate with him the things that he's doing that I don't like, while at the same time claiming me. So at the same time, he's claiming me, using me for validation, but then dissing me at the same time. I tell him, say, I'm a real person. I realize that you're caught up in the matrix. I realize that, you just don't know the right way to go. You just, obviously you don't know how to do the right thing. Obviously, you don't know how to do right by people. So what I say to him is, I don't appreciate you doing what you're doing, which is very disrespectful and very disloyal. The said sociopath decides that he's going to go live again, roast me, roast my children, with an attitude as if he doesn't owe me a thank you. If you support that, you are a very warped individual. First of all, for me to end up being with him in the first place, he forced my consent. He forced it. He forced it by constantly harassing me, berating me, and stalking me. And I actually was thinking that it would make life easier. But this person has decided that I've done something to him. It's all my fault. Because he insists on kicking it with the very same people that are stalking him, that are stalking me. All of the stress and the judgment and the harassment And the stalking that we got from other people was caused by him. It was directly his fault. Instead of him recognizing this, he tried to put it all off on me. He tried to blame it all on me, even though I don't communicate with any of those people at all. The moral to this story is that when people let you know who they are, believe them. Because for me, I honestly thought that it was literally a gag on YouTube. But when you really look at it, this is what this person is actually about. He is actually a despicable human being who doesn't have the capability of showing any remorse. The things that this sociopath has done to me, he shows no remorse for it. This is how you can tell that he's turned into a sociopath. And instead of him apologizing to an innocent mother that he himself stalked and slandered and harassed online for 6 years, he goes over to his channel. He plays victim to a bunch of enablers. Now, there have been quite a few men who have ruined the lives of women doing exactly what he's done. We've been going through this for 6 years now, and he ain't got the power to ruin nothing for me. So, somebody like him, everything that he's done will be reversed and sent back to him. Everything. All of the cons, the schemes, the games, all of that is going to rest on your head, not mine. Again, keep in mind, this is supposed to be a male. Males are supposed to be the pillar of the community. Males are supposed to look out for the best interests of their community. Keep in mind, I live 20 minutes from him. So this is a sociopath without any remorse that would emotionally abuse, physically abuse a woman. And he thinks he's going to get away with it. And he won't. That is from the beginning to the middle to the end. Now, as we stand here on October the 16th of 2021, this is the end of my dealings with this person completely. And the way that he ends it is not by being a man, an upstanding individual, not being somebody that can show an ounce of remorse for the 6 years of torture that he put me through. Instead, he goes and he hides behind his demonic mask. There will be justice, is what I can tell you, because I don't even have to tell you that this person is going to get karma. At this point, I just want to be left alone. I want this person to forget that I ever existed so that I can forget he ever existed. And I would like support from the community. Because regardless to his opinion, it's funny how he was on his channel trying to act holier than thou. You know, it's so crazy listening to these hypocritical people talk. So he's also a hypocrite and he's very delusional. He's done all these things to me, but yet he'll say that I practice witchcraft and that it's demonic. Not to mention, he thinks that he's going to hide behind religion. You know, coincidentally, most of the people in his chat room obviously want to do the same thing that I do. They got crystal ball emojis and all of that. My question is, why can't you just do you and not worry about me? And for some reason, this man sort of, I guess he looks at me and my children as sort of sacrifices or something. Well, I can tell you that for years it's been going on, and he just like he lost at the beginning, in the middle, he lost this battle as well. He lost, and that's all it is to it. You will never win when you are not right within, and you know it. I'm done with it. I'm tired. I just want to wake up in the morning and live my life as if he never existed. I am absolutely repulsed by the behavior. And I believe that this person has a lot of negative karma coming for him that he will never be able to pass off to me. Because that's basically what he does, is he projects. So for me, when you offer a person help over and over again, I'm a very sweet person. I offered this man my help. He never respected me because, number one, I'm a Black woman. I'm a single mother. He's definitely one of those types of men that, and he's a felon. So I've got his documents. Okay. So I wouldn't trust this man. He's not a good person. He's not capable of remorse. He's not capable of loyalty. And if you feel that you want to trust him, then go right ahead. You'll find out the hard way, just like I did. Now, at this point, he goes live every single day to try to distract me, to try to distract people from my business, to try to pull my energy over to his. He's constantly doing it. Um, I'm not leaving YouTube, okay? I was here first. I think that it would be a good idea for him to leave YouTube. I think that it's obvious that he's still stalking me. Jealousy, with his jealousy. I think that's pretty obvious. But this is what I want to promise y'all. I have been destroying every disgusting, horrible thing that this man has tried to create in my life. And I will continue to, because guess what? I don't trust in a man that lives 20 minutes away from me. I trust in God. See, I have trust in God and in my spirits. So if you want to see how to overcome that, then you can look at me and what I'm dealing with. Because a lot of women, like, for some reason, he thinks for some reason he's special. You know how many women have dealt with men just like him? The difference between me and those women is that I practice witchcraft. So every bit of negative karmic projection that he has tried to put off on me will only be his burden. You can believe me if you want. we'll see where the chips fall. Because right now, it's the church versus a witch. Uh, I'm not really in that game. I'm above that game. So basically, that's what it is. This man wants to be a reverend, a preacher, but he wants to tell the future, which he's not supposed to. And these are people that are obviously very, very, very jealous of my success. And as far as I'm concerned, he's no different than a lot of these men out here. So a lot of them out here like that. They feel like women can't have their own business. I remember when I first started my company, I heard some men saying that, well, women can't start a business. They can't run a corporation when there's like millions of women. It's almost like these males, their head is stuck in the sand. Y'all know how many millions of women are running corporations, running businesses. Honestly, this is not even my karma. Somebody came and told me that he was my karma. No, he's pretty much your karma, not mine. Okay. I've been dealing with him for years and he has no power whatsoever because he thinks that cracking jokes at children gives him power. So that's how you know he has no power to diplomatically discuss anything with anybody. At this point, if you feel that you want to take his side, you tripping because I can promise you that he's very demonic. And trust me, he'll be on his best behavior as much as possible, but without Jamila literally absorbing all of his negativity, trust me, he's going to have to set his sights on somebody else. He's going to have to. And he's found somebody. He's already found, I mean, he looks for victims of his attacks and he takes out all of his anger on those specific victims while smiling up in the faces of other people. But please believe that all of them will eventually experience his negativity. And I'm glad to be free of it all. I feel very free. I feel liberated from his energy completely. And that's a good thing. Now, this man has somehow prided himself on being able to come online, not have a job, not keep a job, but come online and harass me. And he feels as though he has the power to stop my business and my company. I don't know why he feels that way. I think it's got something to do with these new people that came along. But I can tell you that I've been wrangling him for 6 years and I will continue to because I practice magic. A lot of y'all that have men that do things just like this, harass you at work, stalk you, do the things that this man has done. It's all about the craft. You got to do work on them, but you got to believe that it's going to work. If you don't, men like him will tear you down every single chance that they get. Okay. They'll do something. They'll be doing something to begrudge you. Okay. And to be abusive to you. So don't ever believe him. He's a liar. A lot of y'all know who I'm talking about. I know that a lot of you guys feel comforted by male energy. But a lot of the energy that he has on him comes from me. So now that he doesn't have my energy, I guess he'll just go back to being the laughing stock of his sector. So the energy dynamic is totally going to change. He'll be desperately seeking my energy again to use it to try to convince people that he's something that he's not. And those are just big facts. He's been given ample opportunity to show some appreciation and some respect to my spirits. But it's too late for that. It's pretty much over as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to let people know that may be going through the same thing, that we are going to be okay. Somebody like him doesn't have power. You know who has power? Toxic masculines don't have power, or divine masculines are the ones that have power. Our masculine ancestors are the ones that have power. So when you have a man doing things like that, really the best thing to do, especially if you're not emotional about it, because, I've been emotional about it quite a bit because that's exactly what he wanted. Um, call on your male ancestors and they'll take care of men like him. And I'm going to be honest with you, the nasty attitude, the delusions of grandeur that he has, these are all of the qualities of a man that a woman would not ever want. And I don't want it. So I'll see y'all a little bit later. I just wanted to tell that story real quick, give you guys a Cliff's Notes version in case you're somebody that's new to this, because I've been dealing with him for 6 years. He's light work to me. Always has been and always will be. All right, guys, I will see y'all later. Blessed be to the witches. It's getting ready to rain. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Oh God. Oh my God. Let me address this person. This person comes in here and says, if it takes 6 years plus to banish this and toxic energy and spirit, and yet he's still messing with your spirit, your witchcraft isn't working, is it? Oh, poor thing. You poor thing, whoever you are. You're reaching now, aren't you? No, I haven't. He's been stalking for 6 years. He's pretty much dedicated to that. What does that have to do with whether or not my witchcraft is working? All my bills are paid. I have food in the refrigerator. I'm healthy. I'm beautiful. Of course, my witchcraft worked. He's the one that's sitting over at his house, half sick and half and nearly dead. So what are you talking about, hon? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you're a troll. So goodbye. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Okay. If y'all need me for anything, I am here, because a lot of times when it comes to men like him, society will let them do it. If you must know, Superwoman, I'm a witch that's under attack by the church. What are you talking about? Like that's totally ridiculous. Of course, my witchcraft is working. I'm still healthy. I'm still alive. I'm still happy. I'm still fed, and my bills are still paid. What are you talking about? Of course, it works. Am I supposed to be in control of him? He's not my responsibility or my problem, is he? Let somebody else deal with it. I've got a family to raise, to finish raising. And let me just give y'all a little subtle hint. This maniac will never ruin me and my children's lives ever, because trust me, seemed like he was trying. I take it as a joke at this point. Today, it's something to look back at and laugh at. Okay. All right. I will see y'all later. Yes, the cleanses definitely did help. There was a lot of times I was being sent bad energy. Yes, I have been I have been getting sent bad energy for 6 years, and it just gets sent back. So obviously it works because, so yeah. Anyway, stay and to the skeptics that come from his channel, go back over there to where he's at. I think he could use some witchcraft in his life. I mean, he'd be a lot healthier. He's the one that's rejecting it. He's the one that has health problems. He has health problems. Very overweight, obese, not morbidly obese, but obese. So he's the one that, hun, let me tell you something. Not only does it work, but it also exposes him, because trust me, this is what's going down. If you don't want to believe in it, go over there to his platform then. Why would you even come over here? Me and my children are going to be fine. He's the one that has the problems, and it's his very own fault. He should have played fair. He should have been a better person. He shouldn't have been attacking people. But see, I realize that there's a lot of people that don't have the same moral code as I do. So I'm going to quit trying to explain myself to people that obviously just don't get it. You just don't get it. And y'all can't stay out of my chat room. You know why? I'm going to tell you why your trolls won't stay out of my chat room. Because you don't like when I go live from my main channel and expose you and talk about it. Because you hold on to every word that I say, because you care about what people think of what I think of you. Trust me, going over on your channel, roasting kids, is not going to give you any kind of credibility. So the reason why y'all have to show up in my chat under troll accounts is because y'all don't actually have an ounce of credibility. Now riddle that for yourself, okay? And that's it. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye. Hey, Jacksonville. Bye, Jacksonville. Blessings.